This week saw the jailing of another mayor in Darwin. Former Palmerston Mayor Robert MacLeod is halfway through his 10-day jail term for assaulting his neighbour. It comes as Territory residents are forced to consider who they'll vote for in local government elections in 3 weeks' time. Palmerston has been in the headlines over the past few weeks for all the wrong reasons.
You can't really say that taking to somebody with a golf club, even under provocation, is desirable conduct for a public representative. So I think in that sense there's a case for saying that really he should have lifted his game and that there's cause for censure.
The city's former mayor, Robert MacLeod, has been sent to jail for attacking his neighbours with a golf club. What do you think of the fact that the mayor has just gone to jail?
It doesn't matter who you are, you do the crime, you do the time. Straight up.
I feel sad for the mayor, but we can't just go around hitting people, can we, you know?
If he's done that crime, then he should pay for it. Same as everybody else. If you hit your neighbour, then you go to jail as well.
Palmerston's Deputy Mayor Geoff Carter was also under police investigation this week. Young girls complained when they spotted him naked while walking past his Palmerston home. But police have now concluded their investigations and say Geoff Carter has no case to answer.
It was an embarrassment for me in the first stages. It really was. I didn't tell my wife, you know. I thought this is not good stuff. But the more things progressed, I felt that there was a few issues there which made it a little bit contrived.
Just out of curiosity, if the Deputy Mayor can't be nude at home, where can he be nude?
How are you bearing up, Mr Anderson?
Yep, all is well.
Yep. This isn't the first time a mayor has been in trouble with the law. In 2007, Darwin's Lord Mayor Peter Adamson was jailed for stealing ratepayers' money.
10 days ago, Adamson was convicted of stealing not only the fridge, but gift vouchers worth $1,800. He used them to buy liquor, apparel including women's underwear, and, most bizarre of all, a mask which changes voice to sound like Darth Vader, the villain from the Star Wars movies.
Now, release your anger.
Were you planning on donating the Darth Vader mask and the ladies' underwear to charity?
Well, the reality is the Darth Vader mask was actually taken from my office. It was in my office.
So the women's underwear and the women's makeup and the hair dye was planned for charity?
Look, I will basically, it's all been explained in the case. It is on the record, and I invite you to examine that record. That is on the record.
I believe that the opportunity...
The local government association's Kerry Moyer believes that history has coloured people's view of recent events.
It's had very dire consequences for him. It has been interpreted as demonstrating that local government is full of crooks and people who, you know, attack people with golf clubs or whatever. But, you know, I'm really incensed about the fact that people put the Mayor of Palmerston, who's had an incident in his private life, people put the Lord Mayor of Darwin, who's had an incident in his private life, in with the ex-Lord Mayor of Darwin, who stole ratepayers' money, who lied about that to the people of Darwin. To me, those things are very different.
Like anywhere, we would just like good, solid governments, and you know, we've had very, very good councils in the past.
This is Palmerston, home of the Palmerston Regional Business Association.
Wayne ZERBE has been living in Palmerston for 25 years, and he's the city's most ardent advocate. So what is it about Palmerston that you love?
What isn't there to love? I mean, it's new, it's shiny, it's green. Why would you be anyplace else?
He says Palmerston Council plays an important role in a booming economy.
For young families, I mean, it is still affordable, and there is this massive sense of community.
The amount of development that's going to occur in Palmerston is going to be quite massive, and there are going to be effects here that we're going to feel every day.
One of those concerned about what's happening in Palmerston is Sue McKinnon. The mother of four has been an alderman on Palmerston Council for 4 years. She's keen to see a balance between development and the environment.
There's some limitations in the way people are able to consult with council and to seek council feedback. I think I would really like to, as Mayor, open that up again.
These look good.
65-year-old Geoff Carter set up the men's shed in Palmerston. While he's always been a passionate advocate for the seniors community, he sees Palmerston's growing potential.
I'd often joke that Tiger Brennan Drive once was built to convey people from Palmerston to Darwin. I think in not too distant future there'll be more traffic coming out the other way.
While voters will make their choice when they head to the polls in 3 weeks, recent events have sparked debate about the role of councils.
Is there anything that local councils do that couldn't equally well be taken over by the territory government without sacrificing political accountability to the citizens, given how close territory government is to the people in any event? We'd certainly save a lot of money.
Well, I wouldn't abolish local government because it's a sphere that does something, that gets down and dirty. I think someone ought to have an analysis of whether we need the second tier of government before it simply is so easy to say, well, let's get rid of the third tier of government because they're easy to shoot.
Kerry Moyer has been an alderman on Darwin Council for 20 years. But she's stepping down at this month's elections because she's disgusted at changes in the voting system which will allow for more party affiliation.
First name out.
We're not dictated to by a party machine which is outside of council. Now, the change to the voting system, if you have a look at the people who have nominated, you'll see people who work for ministers, you'll see people who belong to a party, who've got party labels on their paperwork, who are going to be sponsored by parties, who are going to be beholden to parties, and there's no way in the world I'm going to compromise my independence.
Robert MacLeod won't be standing in the March 24 election, but he is eligible. A short jail term doesn't rule anyone out of running for mayor.
The territory seems to have a bit of a Wild West history, and historically citizens nor the media have tended to regard that as being a heinous or hanging offence.